Alright. So this is a fucking video. Hello, my friends, and I am on a quest to answer some of the biggest questions that plagues mankind today. And I am saying mankind with the intention of being sexist. This is just the men. Actually, lesbians, you could come in and join on the conversation. We're gonna need some help. No, this is a safe space. Everybody's welcome to the conversation. Except the French. They're not even human. Now, I know you're thinking, oh, we can just Google the answer, ChatGPT it, ask the machine, become a slave to it. Like right here, if you just Google it, it'll tell you fertility cues, maternal and nurturing link, the primate trait, the fucking neurobiological oxytocin, fucking dopamine rush or whatever. All this science and data mumbo jargon, all coming from a machine that's never held a boob, mind you, and I've held quite a few in my time. Even my buddies who are on the huskier side. But the reason why I wanted to talk about this and why it's in the back of my head is no other mammal gives a shit about boobs. We are the only one with this self-destructive fixation. Do you know how many men's careers have been ruined because they lack the self-control? God forbid a woman just wears whatever the hell she wants that makes her feel good and pretty. We evolved from the monkeys, and the monkeys don't give a shit. So why, when just the mere sight of them to a male gaze just switches off a lever in our brains, and we just go, ah yes, harassing this busty woman is 100% worth risking my career. And I'm not defending the behavior. I'm not saying that, oh, boys will be boys, this is just how it is. Women don't need to cover up, men just need to learn self-control. I'm not saying this as a male feminist that's using it to get an invitation to the sleepover. No, I'm here for the boys. I just want to free us from these shackles. And I don't really have a preference. I've dated, like, all across the spectrum, from the itty-bitty titty committee to the fucking heavies. And I can tell you guys, it doesn't fucking matter, because at the end of the day, they all want back rubs. Now, the ones with Sydney Sweeney's problems, they're obvious. But the ones at the other end, they'll find any reason to give an excuse for a back rub. And you better give it to them. Especially when you're going to give them the most okayest wienering, and then they take all of that effort you put in and create life out of it. But why, oh why do we care so much about these? I love the Muslim approach to this boob problem. Who cares about character development and men developing self-control when you just throw a bedsheet over their head to prevent lust and call it culture? Is that insensitive? It's awesome seeing the protest in Iran and all of the women doing like gymnastics and, you know, expressing themselves in the street and listening to music and dancing and singing and smoking cigarettes, which is all illegal. But good for them. I hope they gain their freedom. Hopefully without the United States having to intervene, because I do not want my tax dollars going to another war. I have a friend, and she's rather gifted in that department, whose letter is the same as my gaming channel begins with, and I just uploaded my first video over on that new channel. You should go check it out. Hell of a plug. I'm pretty proud of that one. But she was at a gas station, and she had this guy who's not from around here. I don't know where he's from, and I don't know if this is a common gesture there, but he looked at her and went, "My God, what a beautiful pair of breasts you have. May I touch them?" Brother, had that been my daughter, I would have gladly worn an orange jumpsuit for the rest of my life. But why? Why boobs for us? There's no other animal, mammals especially, that has such a fixation. Yes, a lot of it's social, cultural, biological. There's so many factors that go into it. But why us? Why no other fucking species? It is such a addictive fixation for men that there's an entire industry built upon it, of women having them put in, showing them off online. It's a big reason that causes some women to be targeted for sex trafficking, because there's certain clients that have preferences. Which, fun fact, even though we complain about human trafficking occurring south of the border, the #1 buyer from the cartels is the United States, which is disgusting to me, because we are supposed to be the ones preventing that stuff. At least that's what we tell ourselves. But every animal has a mating ritual, or some way to show potential mates that they are good potential mates. And for most mammals, their boobs, or their udders, or whatever mammary glands they have are not swollen and enlarged, unless they're giving birth and they need to nurse their young. Other than that, they never are. Why for humans, do just once we hit puberty, they just go, you know what? Double the mass. And sometimes for guys, but that's usually due to obesity or injecting tren. I see a lot of duct tape in the men's locker room. But what evolution, if you were expecting me to like actually look up the answer and tell you it, absolutely not. This is a commentary channel where I just rant my thoughts. Had I just given you the answer, that would be cheating. And I did. I gave you the scientific answer that the almighty AI said. However, my point still stands. It's never touched a boob itself. It doesn't fucking know. And don't give me that whole spiel about, oh, a bunch of people put that information into the AI. Oh, yeah, you mean the nerds? Yeah, like they touched them themselves. I'm sorry, nerds. I'm only bullying you because I wish I was smart. It's an insecurity thing, okay? But like other mammals, they're based on sweat, their butts, which we also are fixated on too, just not nearly to that extent. General sweat. There's like a ton of things that I have read from the almighty AI. But if you've gone on enough dates, you realize it's just sex, it's just boobs, it's just a penis. I realized how that just sounded there. I swear I've never been to Thailand, and even if I did, there's nothing wrong with that. Listen, guys, boobs are great. I get it. I'm not trying to sit here as a pillar of morality saying that I am above the male gaze. I'm just gonna be completely honest. I am absolutely not. But I feel like so many of us, especially guys, but many women too, are just trapped in the whole idea of finding the person with all the attributes that we're looking for. When really all that matters is the person who makes you feel the safest, the most secure, pushes you to grow, allows you to laugh often and smile every day, who you like enough to fight and not start swinging at each other, but love enough to make up afterwards. If I were to give a serious answer to the question of why men are so obsessed with boobs, I would have to say it's because it's the first true moment of intimacy we experience in this life. A mother expressing unconditional love to a child they don't even know yet, and supplying that child from their own body their first life-sustaining meal. It's beautiful. That non-transactional love that can only be found between a mother and their child is... My heart breaks for people who never get to experience that. And I know some people who lost their moms or never had a good relationship with them. Oh, fuck. Oh, why that gets so deep? But that's why I think men love boobs. That's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day for watching. And if you would like for me to answer any more of life's burning questions straight out of this old noggin, comment which ones you'd like me to answer. Anyways, love you, bye.